Welcome viewers, welcome back to my YouTube study channel Sinha's Mathematics Circle by Omsuman Sinha. So in my previous video I have done the class in direct and inverse proportion, and I have started the method of direct proportion and inverse proportion. Okay, and I have solved the exercise 12a from R.S. Agarwal math book, fully discussed and fully discussed. Not all math are solving, but the hints are given almost all maths. So now I am going to start the exercise related to inverse proportion. Direct proportion exercise 12a was done. Now I am going to start the exercise inverse proportion. Okay, so without delaying I am starting. Now let me quick reminder, what is inverse proportion? Inverse proportion means if we are comparing two quantities x and y. Inverse proportion means if we are comparing the two quantities x and y, then x varies as 1 by y. That means if x increase, then y decrease. So that is the main formula for inverse proportion. Okay. So without delaying, and for one thing we have to remember, that for the inverse proportion, my xy is equal to k, where k is a constant. Understand that? So without delaying, I am starting exercise 12b of our R.S. Agarwal math book, EX 12b. EX 12b of R.S. Agarwal. Okay. So here come to the first question, 12b. Observe the table given below, and each case find whether x and y are inversely proportional or not. So for that we have to write the question. So for that we have to write the question first. Question number 1. Question number 1. We have given a table x, y. Okay, this table is given. Now from this table, 5 value 6, this is 9, then 10, this is 15, then 10, then 14, this is 21, 16, 24. So this table is given to us. Now we have to ask that whether x and y are inversely proportional or not. Now we know that if my quantity related to x1, y1, x1 related to y1, x2 related to y2, x3 related to y3, and xn up to n quantity related to yn. If so we can write that x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2 is equal to xn yn. If we can write that, and that value should be, if we come a finite value, that is k, then we can say that the quantities are relating to each other are in inverse proportion. That means x1 is inversely proportional to y1, x2 inversely proportional to y2, x3 inversely proportional to y3, and xn inversely proportional to yn. Now here we are taking the first, that is x1 y1, this. So if we are multiplying that, 6 into 9 means 54. Now immediate after we are getting 10 and 15. So if we multiply 10 and 15, we are getting 150. So since 54 is not equal to 150, do you understand? 54 is not equal to 150. So here this rule, this chain is breaking. that is x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. From say this second step, the chain is breaking here. So we can say that the numbers are not in proportion. Okay. Next, move to another question, similar type, another table. The table is given to us x by y (9 by 18), 9 by 10, 15 by 6, 3, 30. Actually 9 by 18 not. It's the value of x is 9 corresponding to y 18. Corresponding value of y is 18. Okay. And next 45 by 42. 45, 42. So again, this is question number 1, Roman 1, and this is question number Roman 2. So we have to observe, we have to show that this number are in proportion or not, are in inverse proportion or not. We have to join not in inverse proportion, not in inverse proportion, not in inverse proportion. Next, so here we are multiplying all of this, that is 9 into 18. Sorry, this is 5 is given. 5 into 18, that means 90. 9 into 10. 9 into 10 means 90. 15 into 6 is equal to 90. 3 into 30 is equal to 90. 45 into 2 is equal to 90. So if we are equaling that, my all of the value is equal to one value, that is, if we take 90 as k, my constant, so we are observing that from here all of the values are equal with a certain value, that is 90. So here my k is equal to 90. So that means we can say that the number x and y are in inverse proportion. Okay. So question number 3, quite similar to that. So question number 3, viewers, you have to do yourself question number 3. Okay. Now if you are not able to do, then let me know, I will help you to computing that. Next, come to question number 2. I will giving you the task of question number 3. Next, come to question number 2. What is given in question number 2? Question number 2, the given x, and the table is given here, x and y. X and y. Like that. 8 by y1. 8 by y1. Next, x1 by 4. x1 by 4. Next, 16 by 5. 16, 5. Next, x2, 2. x2, 2. Next, 80 y2. 80 y2. Okay. So, it tells us that x and y are inversely proportional. It tells us that x and y are inversely proportional. So that means the multiplication of these two terms equal to these two terms. Okay. Now from the second and third, we are getting that x1 into 4 is equal to 16 into 5. So x1 is equal to 16 into 5 by 4. 20. That is, my x1 is equal to what? 20. Similarly, from first and third, this is from second and third, similarly for first and third. First and third, 8 by y1 is equal to 16 by 5. or y1 is equal to 8 into 5 by 16. Hope you understand. Sorry. Multiplication 8 into y1 is equal to 16 into 5. That means y1 is equal to 16 into 5 by 8. 10. So the value of y1 is equal to 10. Similarly, from this 2x from third and fourth, from third and fourth, from third and fourth, we are getting 16 by 5, 16 into 5, that's equal to x2 into 2. So that means x2 is equal to 16 into 5 by 2. That is 40. So the value of x2 is equal to 40. Similarly, from fifth and third, what we are getting, 16 into 5 is equal to 80 y2. So y2 is equal to 16 into 5 by 80. That means 1. So we are getting the value of x1 is equal to 20, y1 is equal to 10, x2 is equal to 40, and y2 is equal to 1. So these are my answer. So hope you are understanding. Next, quickly move to another question. The question is given here. Question number 3. If 35 men can reap a field in 8 days, in how many days 20 men can reap the field? Okay. So for that, we are taking, we have to make the chart for this. To solving, we have to make the chart for this. That is, the chart is, what is the chart? The chart is men or number of men, whatever you can write, men, and days. So here 35 men, 8 days. Now 20 men, how many days? Let us take this x, say. So the complete answer I am doing for that. Rest of the maths I will not write the complete sentence. Only for one I am writing the complete sentence. That is, here the relation between men and days is inverse relation. Or inverse proportion or proportion. Now here we have to look after this, that this and this are in inverse proportion. Okay, inverse relation. So we can find the solution in two types, in two methods. Okay, so I am doing the first method right now. Since its inverse relation come, so we can write the first method. This is the first method. The method is 35 by 20. 35 by 20 is equal to 35 by 20 is equal to x by 8. in direct proportion we are doing 35 by 20, 8 by is equal to 8 by x, and here x by 8. X by 8. Remember, this is my first method. Okay. So from this, x is equal to 35 into 8 by 20. So x is equal to my x is equal to 14. So this is the first method. Okay. Next I will tell you the second method. So in second method we are doing this multiplication of these two terms, these two quantities equal to multiplication of these two quantities. Okay. So from here we are getting x is equal to 35 into 8 by 20, getting the same result 40. So whatever process, whatever method you are want to do, you are just want to do. Okay. Now if these are in direct proportion, then my method was 35 by 20 is equal to 8 by x. From there we can solving the solution. Actually this process is given in West Bengal board books. Now and second method for direct relation should be this multiplied with this equal to this multiplied with this. That was for direct relation. So you can check out from my video from my direct relation. I have give you the link, and you can check from my videos. Now so whatever process you are able to want to follow, you just follow that. Okay. So x is my 14 days. So that is my required answer. 14 days. So next come to another question. The question is given in 4 men, 12 men can dig a pond in 8 days. So how many men can dig a pond in 6 days? So hope you will able to solve it. Similarly, you have to make I will be making the chart for that. The chart is days and men. Now what is my unknown, that we have to put in the right side. Now days and men, days, men. Okay. Now here days is equal to 8 days, 8 sorry, and here 12 men. Now here days is equal to 6 days. How many men? So that is my required chart is 8. So from here we can write that 8 by 6 is equal to x by 12. We are just reversing that. So here 8 into 12 by 6 is equal to x, means x is equal to 16. So x is equal to 16 days. Where the work is fixed. Here the work is fixed. We have to remember that work is fixed. That is, what is my work? To dig a pond. We have to remember that here the work is fixed. If the work is not fixed, then there will be three case arises. That is three quantity variation. That method should be. Okay. Now from here we are doing two quantity variation. So we have to note. We will not look after that. This is dig a pond. That is my work, fixed work. So next come to question number 5. 6 cows can gauge a field in 28 days. How long 14 cows can gauge the same field? So here the same work is same, gauge to gauging the field. Okay. So hope you are understanding. You have to make that chart and do it yourself. Next, question number 6. A car takes 5 hours to reach a destination by traveling at a speed of 60 km per hour. How long it will take to travel at 70 km per hour? Okay. So it is from question number 6. Question number 6. So here we have to make speed and time taken or total time taken or only time. Okay, speed is equal to 60 km per hour, time taken 5 hour. Now when my speed is equal to 75 km per hour, let's x hour be taken, say, or let. So from here 60 by 75 is equal to x by 5. So x is equal to 60 by 75 into 5. That means 5 15 ja. So my value of x is equal to what? 4. Okay. Here also one quantity is fixed. That is distance. Distance fixed. Again, if the distance changes, then there will be 3 quantity variation comes. So actually that is not in R.S. Agarwal book or in CBSE syllabus of class 8. So that's why I am not mentioning that. If it comes 3 quantity variation, then I will definitely do a 3 quantity variation. So this is the question number 6. This is 4 hour. Next come to another video. Another question. Question number 7 of R.S. Agarwal math book of exercise 12b. A factory requires 42 machines to produce a given number of articles in 56 days. 42 machines to produce in 56 days. How many machines it will require to produce same number of articles in 48 days? That is, again we are doing question number 7. I am making only chart, that is days. First is days, next machine require. So the first is days is 56 days, days, and 42 machine. Now here 48 days, x left. So from here 56 by 48 is equal to x by 42. That's equal to x is equal to 56 into 42 by 48. So x equal to my 49. So 49 machine required. Okay. Next, question number 8. 7 taps of same size fill a tank in 1 hour 36 minutes. How long will 8 taps of same size will fill the tank? Okay. So here that since the tap size is same, so we are putting that in inverse variation formula. We are getting the result, easily get the result. Try it. Next come to question number 9. 8 taps of same size can fill a tank in 27 minutes. 2 taps go out of order. How long would the remaining tap to fill the tank? That's a good question. Question number 9. Question number 9 of exercise 12b R.S. Agarwal. It is given that 8 taps of same size can fill a tank in 27 minutes. That is, we have to make number of taps and time taken or taken time, whatever we say. So 8 taps taking the time 27 minutes. Now 2 taps are go out of order. So that means my remaining is 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. 6 tap. Okay. Say x minute. Say it can require. So again 8 by 6 is equal to x by 27. So x is equal to 8 into 27 by 6. 36. That is 36 minutes will be my answer. 36 minutes will be my answer. Understand that? Next come to another question. The question is question number 10. A farmer has enough food to feed 28 animals in his cattle for 9 days. How long would the food long last if there were 8 more animals in his cattle? So, question number 10. Question number 10. What is given here? Animals number or animals and days. Animals and days. Now here my total animals is 28 animals. 28. Okay. And it takes 9 days. Now how long would you food long last if there were 8 more animals in the cattle? So 8 more animals is joining here. That means 28 plus 8. That means 36. Now let us take this as x days. Say. Okay. Now again by putting the inverse variation formula, 28 by 36 is equal to x by 9. Okay. That's equal to, so x is equal to 28 into 9 by 36. So x is equal to 7. 7 days is my answer. Okay. Next, question number 11. A garrison of 900 men had provision for 42 days. However, a reinforcement of 500 men arrived. For how many long the food is last now? Now for that I will providing a hint to you. Hope you will able to solve it. This was my question number 10. Question number 10. Remember all of these questions is from R.S. Agarwal math book exercise 12B. Okay. Next question number 10. Question number 11. Sorry. Question number 11. 900 men has provision for 42 days. So here men and days. 900 men has provision for 42 days. Now a reinforcement arrive of 500 men. That is now my total men is equal to 900 plus 500. That means 1400. Now the food is fixed. Okay. So food fixed. So here we take this is x day. We are taking. Now again 900 by 1400 is equal to 42 by x. That's equal to, sorry, x by 42. So x is equal to 900 into 42 by 1400. So 27 days. 27 days would be my answer. Next, question number 12. In hostel, 75 students had provision for 24 days. If 15 students have left the hostel. Question number 12. Students and days. Students, days. My students was 75 students first. 75 students first. It takes 24 days. Now 15 students left. That is, my current student is 70 minus 15. That is 60. 60 students. Let x days. So now we are solving. We are getting the answer of x. Next question number 13. At a school, 9 periods a day, each of 40 minutes duration. How long would each period be in a school of 8 periods a day? Assuming the number of school hours should be same. Okay, so here one quantity is same, that is number of school hours. So this is quite similar to the, this is very easy question. We do not have to add or subtract anything. From here we have to add or subtract some numbers, but for here it is we will not add or subtract anything. We just go through the process and we will get the answer. Next, come to question number 14. If x and y vary inversely and x is equal to 15, y is equal to 6, find y when x is equal to 9. Now for that, what we have to do? Question number 14. Question number 14. X and y vary inversely. That means multiplication of xy is equal to should be k. That we have to remember. That the multiplication should be a constant number. So in first case, when x equal to 15, y is equal to 6. In the second case, when y is equal to x is equal to 9, we have to find the value of y. Y is equal to how much? So for that we are what we have to do? We have to do that this two processes can be followed. We have to multiply this one, that is 15 into 6 is equal to, let us take that it is the value of this is equal to, let us take this is as capital Y. So 15 into 6 is equal to 9 into capital Y, I said capital Y. So from here capital Y is equal to 15 into 6 by 9. So my value of y is equal to 10. Sorry. From here we are getting the value of y is equal to 10. Now let us move to another method of solving this question. That is like that. X is equal to 15. Y is equal to 6. Making the chart. When x is equal to 9, y is equal to how much? Now for that we have to do, let it as capital Y. Now 15 by 9 is equal to capital Y by 6, since it inverse variation. Now from here capital Y is equal to 15 into 6 by 9. This comes, that is equal to 10. So this is my second method and this is first. It's your choice, viewers, that what method you should apply. Next, question number 15 is quite similar. So that's it for this session or this class of RS Agarwal Math Book exercise 12B. Hope you are understanding the process. Now if you not understand, let me know that I not understand. And again I am requesting you to subscribe my channel, and for a go update, please look my channel regularly and please be updated. Thanks for watching.